Thank you, Anna. I'm Luke Deal. Welcome to Look East. First this lunchtime, scientists are warning that a reservoir of disease is being created after discovering that naturally occurring bacteria in rivers are becoming resistant to antibiotics. Samples taken from the River Deben in Suffolk suggest they are acquiring the resistance from E. coli in human sewage. Researchers say it increases the risk of water users contracting an infection that is then difficult to treat. This from our environment correspondent Richard Daniel.
The River Deben, a bucolic scene, but appearances can be deceptive. For the past 2 years, citizen scientists from the Deben Climate Centre have been sampling the water. They found high levels of pathogenic E. coli. Some of it comes from effluent entering the river from sewage works. Now they're trying to find other sources too.
It's coming from septic tanks and other domestic treatment plants that are actually in people's houses where they're off-grid. You've got pollution that's coming in from farms where there's runoff going into culverts and ditches, some industrial waste as well, so multiple sources.
Many times it's quite unsafe to swim because we're getting peaks of E. coli flowing down the river.
E. coli is found in animal and human faeces. It can cause sickness and diarrhoea. E. coli are also very adept at mutating. Many strains have become antibiotic-resistant, becoming more virulent, if you like. And worryingly, scientists have now discovered that that antibiotic resistance is being passed on to other bacteria too.
In this image, we can see a sample from Deben River that is carbapenem-resistant Klebsiella.
The samples taken on the river are being analysed at the University of Suffolk. They found bacteria resistant to one of the last lines of defence, antibiotics called carbapenems.
So this is a heat map of antibiotic resistance in our isolates from along the River Deben, where the darker the blue colour, the more resistant that strain is. So this is particularly worrying because carbapenem is kind of reserved for treating our most difficult to treat infections. It increases the risk to water users of contracting a pathogenic organism which is difficult to treat. The risk of infection doesn't necessarily change, but the ability to treat those infections is vastly diminished, and it's something that we shouldn't, as a society, be doing.
Anglian Water says while it plans to install disinfection equipment at sewage works downstream on the Deben estuary, it has no plans to do so upstream, where instead it's installing equipment to reduce phosphate levels. Campaigners say they won't give up in highlighting the issue of bacterial contamination and want the health of the whole river to be improved. Richard Daniel, BBC Look East, on the River Deben.